And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Transport Fever 2. And being frustrated, as you can see, watch this car. There's a lag spike roughly once a second that lasts, a fraction of a second, and it's constant. It doesn't go away, and it's making the game unplayable because stuff is slowed way down, and then traffic has so few possible solutions to it. This was all snarled up. I had to upgrade this road here just to keep things moving, because I added a light to this and literally months went by and nobody was moving. And it's left turns mainly. Left turns. So many games that have traffic do left turns or have very few options when it comes to optimizing left turns. Any traffic system, anybody who's driven any amount in their lives knows busy intersections have dedicated turning lanes and protected left turns. So for the first, 20 seconds of a light, it's left turns, and you have both sides of the lane turning left, and then that goes away, and then the straight traffic can go. And the left turns can go if it's clear. Now these guys, they just don't care. They will go in the middle of the road and they don't care at all about, blocking traffic, upsetting the whole system. Like, it just doesn't bother them at all. And there's no protected lefts, and it's the whole situation grinds to a halt. And because there's no other solutions, the only solutions I have, bus lanes, which don't help in this situation because there's zero buses roaming around. One-ways, which would work, but it would just a one-way here. Let's say if I had a one-way and I wanted to block this traffic, and this was only going to come down into here as a one-way. Okay, all this northbound traffic here would then have to find some other way of getting around. So yeah, it's a problem. It's a big problem. Part of me sort of wants to start a new game on a very small map, like a very, very small map with a few cities, near one another, close by, just as a sort of test. Like have sort of Flexton, Pinkton, and have like two more, no river or anything. Just have four cities that start sort of far away from one another, but allow me to sort of test different traffic scenarios, like a highway system, like linking them up with a highway system and seeing if I can pre-make that kind of stuff. Basically use the level editor, the map editor, to lay out the highways, lay everything out first, get the cities in there, and then all the stuff on the outside edge would be the fuel and the goods and all that kind of stuff, and I could manually edit what goods, and it wouldn't be a legit like, hey, let's play this game through. I mean, I would probably give myself some money, start at a later date, and see if we can't, get these cities to grow, and see, what traffic situations that we can come up with. But that's sort of a test that you can do, yourself, and, I don't know. I really would hope, because once the series ends here, I upload the save game. Part of me really wishes the developers would download it, sync up the mods, download it, and try to optimize it, because it's just that lag spike that's just constant now, doesn't go away. And I have fewer excuse me, I have fewer trains on my map than I used to. There's a few more here and there, but some of these, like the oil setup, I had a ton of trains. And the whole system is sort of breaking down now. As you can see, we have a little bit of ore sitting over here, 6,000. So I could probably beef up all of my raw materials. But like this is just sad. Trucks, even my heavy hauling truck, not enough to keep these empty, mainly because of traffic. Because once these cities sprawl like this, once they're sprawled out, it's very hard to keep bus lines and coverage running when you have a lot of cities. So if I just had like four cities, that's all I had. I could micromanage them much easier. The only problem is the income that I would get for running passengers would be almost like non-existent. So, you know, being a profitable company would have to entail a lot of goods movement. And I'm not frightened about the money situation. I can make money, not an issue. But yeah, things are going good. We get those lag spikes. Wow, look at that that's a full. Oh yeah, we're full. Every train is full here, and I could beef that up a little bit. Maybe not on this side, although I could add a couple of segments over here. Yeah, I definitely could add a couple segments. So yeah, there's a lot of efficiencies, a lot of things that I could do to make this even more, but the game just can't handle it. Very few games, when I do an Uber production series, when I try to go full bore and maximize production and just go over the top, very few games are able to actually handle it. And this is one of those that's never been able to handle the amount of material and simulation and all that kind of stuff. Because remember, it's simulating all these people, like all the jobs and all the, you know, shopping and all that stuff is all being simulated. And these are some big cities now. 4,300 people in one city. That's a lot of simulation. Destination commercial building way up here. Yeah, that's... For some reason, they're not using the underpass. Like I said, there's no fastest algorithm. It's only the shortest distance. That's the only implementation I think that they have. Now, I'd have to go through the code, but from what I've seen of the traffic simulation, it's only the shortest distance. Because the fastest obviously would not be taking this main drag right here. There's no way the fastest, you know, passenger or cars, they would go out here to this underpass all of this, pop out up here, and then boom, you're right near your destination. But so few people are using that. Like, what is going on? So yeah, I'm a little upset that this game sort of breaks down at this point, because it is fun getting these giant cities up and running and growing. So yeah, that's going to have to do it for the series, everybody. Please leave a comment down below if you've got a suggestion, if you've got a series idea or some challenge. Please leave a like if you've enjoyed the series, and you know, subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I will see you next time.